Hi, Goofy. Well, he's been having a lot of fun in here. Okay, I thought I could hit those things. Oh, I can hit these things. Getting pretty tense, not gonna lie. Oh, it's invisibles now. And now they're invisible more than just one way. I'd much rather have this than a boss rush. Like, I'm fine, you know, with having to fight Darkseid again. That's a classic boss. But I like that instead of having you fight, you know, every boss again, they have you fight enemies that you've been fighting for a while. Each one being progressively stronger than the last. And just having you fight a bunch of them. I guess we can't, after beating him so hard, he lost face. I'm sorry, I could have done that better. Now you just gotta attack the core. I believe that's what this thing is called. In case you were wondering, yes, the thing in front is called the face. Unfortunately, the AI is incredible. Oh no, what is he doing? Don't know what that move is. I don't know what this move is, but it has me slightly concerned.
Welcome to darkness. Welcome to darkness.
And there we go.
Keyblade alone cannot seal the door to darkness. Kingdom Hearts, fill me with the power of darkness. Supreme darkness.
You're wrong. I know now, without a doubt. Kingdom Hearts is light.
door to the left.
Whoa! You can trust being hit.
Now, they're coming. Donald? Goofy? Thank you.
Take care of her. Hey guys, here with some post-commentary for the credits sequence of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Since this credit scene has a copyrighted song on it, I don't want to risk getting in trouble for that, because I'm pretty sure I got in trouble for it in the first episode, where they forced me to mute that part of the video because it's a copyrighted song. So I'm here to do post-commentary that I'm going to put over the video. But for the most part, this is just kind of my general thoughts on the project. Like, this is a project that really just took too long. I mean, unlike, I finished Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix before I finished this game. And I started this game probably 3 or 4 years ago. This might have been one of the first games I, recorded on console. But I just never got around to recording it. And at the same time, the Final Mix version, the Final Mix and Proud mode kept, screwing me over. And I kept losing and dying a bunch to the point that it just doesn't get interesting. Like, I noticed during Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, like during the fight with Roxas at in the final boss of Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, I died so many times because I was severely underleveled. Like, I went back and looked and I was like level 40 or something, and the recommended level was like level 50. So it's no surprise I died so often. And I really should have just trained instead of, trying to kind of hope for a lucky hit. I mean, eventually I won, but I would go through like 30 minutes of just straight dying. But that I did try and work on this series, especially after finishing Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. I started realizing that I gotta kind of train a little bit, and it did work out for me. I mean, for the most part, I just got hit too often, but once I stopped getting hit, it became a lot easier. Although I did notice in the last couple of sessions, the audio quality was a bit bad, and I apologize for that. I think I was messing around with some settings on the microphone, and it wound up picking up that kind of staticky stuff in the background. For the most part, that's not an issue anymore.
Because I've been kind of working on it and seeing. Hopefully I can get back into recording again soon. I am recording this in my dorm room right now. I'm, just sitting here waiting for my next class. My roommate's out of his class. So it's still a bit difficult to record. And I'm starting to run out of things to upload. Like, I've been basically running off of what I've recorded of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. I've just been kind of trying to space that out. But I would go days without recording because I would go days without uploading because I need to edit these things as well, and I don't have the time to do that. So hopefully I can get back into some kind of rhythm. I've got quite a few games I want to start, and it doesn't help that I don't have Zane or Scott around. But nonetheless, this is not an update time. I'm sorry, I got a bit sidetracked. So Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. I actually really loved this game. Like, it is a very good game, and the Final Mix version does work on a few of the kinks. I do like the addition of some of the extra things like EXP0. That was, I never used it, but that's just kind of a funny thing to see that they're just like, hey, you can just not level up. Like, that'd be the death of me. Then you have Critical Mode, which I've talked with Scott a bit about, and he says it's pretty cool. Although if you play Critical or Proud Mode, you can't go back to Beginner Mode. Not a matter of, oh, it's just like, it's being wimpy. It's a matter of it'd be too easy kind of thing. It's like going from Dark Souls to Dora the Explorer Saves the Crystal Ice Kingdom. I think that's the name of the game. I played it. I don't remember anything about it. Anyway, a few of the features from Kingdom Hearts, the original one, that were, I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. Some of the features they added in the Final Mix version are actually, I really enjoyed, like the addition of reaction commands. I like the reaction command mechanic in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, because as far as I can tell, the triangle button meant absolutely nothing in the original Kingdom Hearts. So it just makes it a bit easier when... Because I think in the past, in the original Kingdom Hearts, to do these reaction commands, you'd have to access it from your menu, which would take up your, attack button, or maybe you had to go down to the bottom of the list. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played the original. And I did like some of the redesigns of some of the enemies. If I'm not mistaken, they were redesigned. Because I've not played Kingdom Hearts, the original one, in a long time. But I feel like some of the enemies would change to look different, make them a bit more vibrant. Really added a whole, kind of new feel to it. As well as there was some new enemies, like the Pink Agaricus. That thing, I was scared of it when I first saw it. I just was in Atlantica training. Why was I in Atlantica? I don't know. But I just go into the hollow and it's there. I'm just like, where'd this thing come from? What does it do? What is its purpose? I think there were some other, I think those sniper monkeys from Twilight Town. Not Twilight Town, Traverse Town, my bad. Those things were new, and I enjoyed the idea that there were these new enemies I could face. Now, I also noticed that there were a few, other enemies that I never would have even thought, face. Like, there were places I never thought I'd go back to. But then when I did, to get, treasure or something, I find a new enemy, like in Halloween Town. I don't think I ever went back to Oogie Boogie's mansion, where it used to be. So for all I know, that Chimera could have been there from the beginning. But the Chimera was an interesting thing. I found something new to fight. I'm kind of hoping to get back into Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, because I know there are a lot of enemies in there that I've yet to face. You can refight all the organization members and all that. I'd be interested in doing that. Maybe level up and record it. I don't think I'm done with either Kingdom Hearts game yet. I actually do own Birth by Sleep as well, and I'm hoping to actually do that at some point, although I need to finish Rechain of Memories as well. But I'm hoping to get back into Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2 eventually. It's not my top priority, but I do want to get back into them at some point, after training a bit, so I can show off some things. Like, I need to get revenge on Sephiroth. I tried fighting him in Kingdom Hearts 2 just off camera, and I got my ass kicked in seconds. Not surprising. And just things like that. I'm hoping to get into Birth by Sleep. No promises it'll happen anytime soon, because again, I am in college. I need to focus on college mostly. I'm hoping that eventually, because me, Zane, and Scott, we're all trying to get our lives situated. Zane and Scott are starting to get jobs. I don't have a job right now because I'm focused on schooling, but I'm hoping eventually we can all just get together. Like, all my recording stuff is here at my dorm, so either they'd have to come here or I'd have to pack it all up and bring it to my parents' house or somewhere we can record. And that's a lot of, effort that I'm not 100% sure I'd be willing to go through for just like an hour of recording. Like, maybe if we can find a time when we can do a extended, period of recording, I would. But an hour of recording is like 4 episodes at best. Maybe 3, depending on how interesting the episode is. But nonetheless, I keep getting off track because this is probably a very long credit sequence. I'll try and find some royalty-free music to also play in the background. And I know that YouTube lets me add some, but I'd rather not leave you guys in silence. And it probably sounds a bit weird and a bit awkward when I'm just talking over nothing. But nonetheless, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, I highly recommend getting this game. I really do. The Kingdom Hearts franchise is, I'm pretty sure, my favorite franchise of all time. I don't think any of the games top my, favorite games, but I'd say Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix is somewhere in the top 5. I've talked with, Scott and Zane, who have both played through. Zane recently started. He started on Kingdom Hearts 2 after playing 358 over 2 days. And they both seem to really enjoy these games. I mean, they're a good series. It's a bit confusing sometimes, and unfortunately, I won't be able to, I'm not willing to do an entirely new Let's Play to record with them on these things, but it'd be nice to, sometime maybe sit down and, talk with them about it. Maybe have a session of Reach and Memories of Birth by Sleep where we're all together, but nonetheless, I'm kind of rambling at this point because I don't have many other things to say. I mean, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, a great game. I recommend getting it, and I also recommend getting the 1.5 version because, it's also got Reach and Memories, which, according to Scott, is terrible, but I don't hate it too much. You'll get 2.5 for the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and Birth by Sleep. Birth by Sleep is an amazing game. But I do believe that's about all I have to say on the game. If you want a rating, I say Kingdom Hearts Final Mix gets, an 8 out of 10. It does have a lot of good things. The story is good. It's an interesting mashup of Final Fantasy and Disney, which nobody expected when this game came out. But at the same time, it's still a bit on the slow side sometimes, and I realized that a lot of it was I didn't level up enough, but I almost felt like sometimes I, could have won, but there was not a large enough margin of error. And sometimes the game's, own mechanics worked against me in ways that I couldn't control. I'm not sure how I should phrase that. It's still a great game, but I feel like it had a few shortcomings. I mean, I'd probably give the original a 7 out of 10, because this is basically, Final Mix is just the same game, just a bit, refined. But nonetheless, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, I recommend it, and I will see you guys next Let's Play. See you guys then.
Hey, Pluto! Where are you been?
Huh?
Thanks for being seen.
Hey, have you seen King Mickey? Guys, let's go!
and I was not supportive of my friends at all. I used cure on them 20 times, and I'm almost convinced 10 of those were either during the Hades Cup or during the final boss. And they were knocked out 300 times exactly. That's a lot. I was hit 2349. Most of those were 2-hit KOs. 49 defeats, deflected 1254 attacks, defeated over 8,000 Heartless, and used 54 items. You know, I expected more defeats. I'm not sure if some of them I just erased because I don't think I ever went back though. If I was recording and I lost, all those losses were on recording and would not gone back on. There may have been a time or two when I was off screen that I might have gone back to a previous save just because I didn't do anything important. And truth be told, I don't know how I got that secret ending. I don't think I've ever gotten that before. Maybe I have. I want to say you get the secret ending on Proud Mode by... I want to say it's just beating the game. In which case I probably should have gotten it because I've beaten this game on Proud. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I collected enough of something. But nonetheless, I believe that's everything I have to say. Thank you guys for joining me on this adventure. I will see you guys next time.